Hi, I'm DebDedrick, certified high performance coach, here with tip number 85, how to grow doing what feels uncomfortable. I can about guarantee you have felt this at some point in your life, and the first thing that you wanted to do was run in the opposite direction. Don't feel bad about that because every single person I know struggles with that. And what I really have found in my travels is most people give in to their fear and they don't raise their hand and they don't end up doing what they need to do in order to grow and to take their life to the next level. And I have been every bit as guilty of this, and I am here to give you a few tips on how you can move through it so you can grow. So let's get started on tip number 85. So for the last 1.5 years, I have really been trying to develop a new skill set. And I hate that word try, so I'm going to zap that out. I have been diligently working on developing a new skill set in a few particular areas. And most of these areas take me way out of my comfort zone. And if you can put yourself in my position and think about it from your perspective, what have you been doing or learning that makes you feel uncomfortable? Because our first instinct as humans is to stay with what's comfortable and not do anything that is uncomfortable. The problem is, even though I've been developing a skill set, I've been taking one course after another. I've been reading one book after another, one podcast. I mean, I think I have on my phone here, I must have like close to 275 books on my Kindle. Now, I haven't read them all completely, but pretty much have read most of them in my desire to self-educate. But the problem is with educating, if you don't teach, it's very hard to learn. If you don't implement, it's very hard to do. It's very easy to read, but what I found is if I'm not practically applying what I've been learning, I forget it, or it doesn't get done, or if I go back to it 30 days later, I've forgotten how to do it, and then I'm right back to square one. So what I needed to do and what I'm encouraging you to do is to scale back on what I'm learning, and instead of learn and not do, learn, teach, and do. Learn, do, teach. Learn, do, teach. That's it. Learn, do, teach. Learn, do, teach. I'm repeating that because for me, repetition is how I learn. I'm not a quick learner. Maybe you're not a quick learner. Most people I know are not quick learners, nor are they deep focused thinkers. And in order for you to learn something new, you have to step into what feels uncomfortable, and you have to learn and do, and then teach somebody else really helps you take it to the next level. And what else have I been avoiding? Well, the number one thing that has been holding me back in all of my businesses, and I really know this is true, but it's very uncomfortable and it's been very difficult for me to push through, is a couple things. It's my need to be liked, combined with my fear of rejection. And then my third one, and this is a big one, I'm worried about what other people will say about me or what they do say to me. Those are called dream stealers. And sometimes those dream stealers happen to be people that you work with or maybe your family. And in order for me to move through this, I had to learn, and am still learning, if I'm in a situation where I feel fear and I'm feeling, oh yeah, I got that, I have that, there's that need again, I have to be liked, I need to recognize that's what's stopping me and step into it. The same for you. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a situation at work, wherever it is, and you feel like you've not been opening your mouth because of fear of rejection, your need to be liked, fear of what other people say, don't beat yourself up for it, because everybody has these things. Just some people deal with them and they don't pay attention to them, and then they step into what's feeling uncomfortable, and then before you know it, it doesn't feel uncomfortable anymore. So my commitment to myself and to you is to make sure every day I am stepping into what feels uncomfortable, and I am learning and developing a whole new skill set. So going back over how to grow doing what feels uncomfortable, remember, in order for you to develop a new skill set, you have to not only learn it by reading and watching podcasts and taking courses, but then you have to do it. You have to implement it. You have to take the action steps in order to embed that on the surface of your brain and to develop a new habit. You have to do. If you want want to change your habits and you want to do something different, you have to develop a new skill set, which equals a new habit. Number Number three, if you've been avoiding what feels uncomfortable because of your fear of rejection, your need to be liked, or what other people say, put a stop to that right today. Recognize no matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you, that says something about you behind your back. And the minute you're out of their sight, they don't care about you and they're not thinking about you. Don't let other people get in the way of you accomplishing your dreams. So I hope my tip today helps you go out in the world and recognize moments that come up for you, that where you're feeling uncomfortable, that are moments that you need to step into to develop a new skill set so you can take your life or your business to the next level. And until our next tip, go out in the world and be a positive role model and influencer for good.